Hey everyone, happy Saturday night. Okay, I need to know, how come every time I go to any store in Monrovia, late at night or even if it's just regular evening, there's a car meetup going on. Like now, I'm at Devon's parking lot, and I don't know what cars these are. Let me turn around. I don't know what kind of cars these are, but the guy's reversing. One of them had a nice car. They're always meeting up here. At least I think they are. They could just be some dudes going to eat. But it doesn't look like it. But it's weird to have it in this lot because this lot's not really big. Like, it doesn't have that space like that. Like, it has a grocery store, but it doesn't have, like, the space that Trader Joe's parking lot has, because that's, like, sharing it with a whole bunch of other stores. But anyway, guys. So tonight was the first time I went into the store with no mask. There was a lot of people with no mask. There was a few people with no mask on. It felt a little strange at the cashier because it was just like, you know, we both didn't have masks on, and it was just like, for a second I was like, wait a minute, you know? But I'm not gonna say it's getting back to normal yet because I was somewhere the other night and like they roped off the tables again at McDonald's, and like before a few days ago, like they were open. So I don't know if they had another batch of cases there, or what I heard, like there's some new strain from India or something. I'm like, I don't know. And I know someone who works connected with, she works for someone who they track the cases in like the county, and she was saying that there may be another vaccine coming, like I forget when, October or something. And I'm like, no, you know, I'm just so over this whole thing, like the mask, everything. So I'm getting just like, but yeah, you know. Anyway, it was nice for a second in the store with no mask, and just, it's gonna take an adjustment, you know, like seeing people's faces again because it's been so long. And I was in like another store last night, and I haven't, you know, like I said, I haven't been back here for maybe, I was really only gone a year and some change. But it was funny because some of the stores, like, they recognized me from like before, I guess. Like this one manager last night, he's like, hi, long time no see. And I'm like, you know, like, because I used to go to that store a lot, but I'm just like, it's weird. And I had my mask on, so it wasn't like it was because, you know, not that the mask covers so much. I mean, if people know who you are, they know who you are. But anyway, my other news is from yesterday. I had to call. It was a mess. Okay. So, before I was working, I was getting, what is it called? I guess it's affiliated with like the ACA and like Medi-Cal, Cover California, all that combined in one. And then in addition to that, you have an insurance that, like a Blue Shield or Blue Cross, whatever, that is your main insurance. And then depending on your income and everything else, Medi-Cal, Cover California, all that subsidizes the rest. Your care, your pills, your doctor visits, whatever. So, of course, when you start working, especially if you have insurance, you sign up for insurance, they phase out the one insurance because they're like, well, you already have, now you have this other insurance. And so they're the ones that cover your whatever now. But I didn't know all this stuff. I was just like, okay, once you aren't working there anymore, that it all kind of voids out, which it does in a sense because you like the coverage isn't there anymore. So, but still, some things still have you listed as you have this insurer and all that. So they block out the other one. So I'm in, like, about 2 months ago, I'm in Walmart, and they were like, it was for some eye drops or ear drops because I had like some stuffed up ear that was not going away. And I was in Walmart, and because when you go to the hospital and stuff, it doesn't, like, it's not charged because it's, you know, they charge it to cover California or whatever. But when you go to like Walmart or pharmacy or whatever, that's when you know, okay, do I have anything? But I didn't know because I figured because the visit was covered, everything else was covered. So I go to Walmart and they're like, do you have another insurance? Because it's not taking, like, my last insurance on file before my job's insurance wasn't approving it. And so I was like, what? Like, they're like, yeah, because those eardrops are like $200 something. I was like, what? And so, I lagged on it, and I just ended up getting them to, like, they had to track down the doctor who prescribed them, and so she could give me another prescription that was cheaper or whatever, that I don't even think was meant for ears. Like, I think it was meant for your eyes, but like they could make an exception, like, based on what they figure if it can work or not, you know, if they think the benefit may outweigh whatever, you know. So anyway, fast forward to yesterday. You guys, I didn't even know all this was going on. Okay, so I lost the insurance card because, like I said, once I got my other insurance from the job, I didn't even think about that other insurance anymore, because I was like, well, this is my new insurer anyway. And then plus, because they were asking me, the Cover California people were like, well, you know, now in October they started asking people, you know, we need your income and all that again, because they had postponed everything because of COVID. So they were like, we need your income. But I guess I didn't even submit anything or anything, and they still just said I was approved again. So I was just like, okay. So like I said, I wasn't using it anyway, so it wasn't no thing. So because by that point, my documented insurance was my employer insurance. So Cover was probably just like, well, you know, we're just gonna block out that insurance. We're gonna stop that insurance from covering stuff because she has another one. So I'm calling yesterday. I called Medi-Cal, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? Because nothing's being covered now, and I don't have that insurance anymore from the job. So they were just like, okay, when did it stop, and blah blah blah. And they were like, you have to get a letter from what is the one, the Blue Cross insurance, the one that the Anthem, which was the one I had that was connected with Medi-Cal and all that from before, saying that they took me off of their coverage so that I could be covered by Medi-Cal again. And then it was just all this circle of stuff, and I was just, this is ridiculous. Why can't you guys just verify that I don't have the insurance anymore? And then, because they can tell, how do they know that I have the work insurance? You know, they were able to phase out the other one before. Like, I didn't understand what the big deal was. So, and you know how it is calling these people anyway, these like government offices, like they have no chill, they have no good people skills or anything. They treat you like you're just scum half the time. They didn't do that to me yesterday, but I'm just saying, I've seen them do it to people, and like when I went in those places. So I'm so glad in a way that they do have it through the telephone and stuff now, because they would get out of pocket and prep like in the actual places. I would just see how they were, you know. So anyway, I ended up having to call Anthem. No, I called the wrong one at first. I called Blue Cross Blue Shield, because that's what the woman said I had. And then they were like, they didn't have my stuff on file, because they all needed my medical and record number, my group number, which I didn't have because the card was gone. That was why I was calling in the first place. I needed a replacement card. And so that one didn't work. So then somehow I was like, wait a minute. I just Googled the logo of Blue Shield Blue Cross, and I was like, wait a minute. That was the one I had. It was the Anthem. So then I called them, and then they found it. And they were like, they said, okay, right now you're still considered covered under my works insurance. So I was like, and then she's also, if they tell you that you're not, tell them to give a letter saying blah, 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 so that it removes them from it. It's like a big process. Like, I thought it was just like a simple, like, I'm no longer covered, this and that. But behind the scenes, it is like more involved than that, you know? And plus with COVID, everything's postponed, backed up and everything. So, long story short, I ended up realizing that I called the wrong number, everything. And I called back Anthem. And then the next one was just, she was a godsend. She was just like, okay, she's like, I'm going to send them fax them a thing saying to remove you from that work insurance thing that's blocked, because that's blocking me from using the insurance I do have, because they're thinking I still have the other one, and they haven't got proof that I don't. So they're like, so she did that. Then she's like, then I'm gonna connect you with the pharmacy one that so that they can know that you're no longer covered from that other one, and you can be back covered from Anthem again. So it all worked out. I talked to this one guy. He fixed everything out. He said, okay, He's just going to take about, usually it takes 4 to 10 days for everything to be kind of, you know, straightened back out with the pharmacy and with your doctor's appointments and everything. But because of COVID, it may take 3 to 4 weeks. I was like, you know, but he was like, but if you do go to the doctor, because once I get my card and everything, I can go to the doctor and that'll be covered. But I mean, I could go there now, but I don't have the information with me right now, so I'll just wait for the card to come like in a week. But he said, but when so they give you like a temporary like coverage thing for yesterday, but I didn't have any pills to cover, pills to pick up, so I was just like, so I was like, okay. He said, but then when you get your prescriptions from the doctor, call us back, and then when we get your group number, tell us like your group number from the card, and then we'll put a temporary coverage in to the pharmacy, just so until it all gets officially handled and everything, like straightened out as far as like the transfer of insurance and all that. So I was just like, finally, like I didn't say all that because I was just like, you know, I was in a good mood. I was like, I don't in the mood to like get, you know, extra, but I was so happy because I was like, but it taught me a lot, like, you know, just about knowing which things are covered, keeping copies of things, everything. Because any pictures or screenshots I have of my old card, like they're in my old phone, they're not in this phone. So, and I don't even know what that phone is right now, my iPhone. So anyway, that worked out. So I was so happy because this was all kind of like last minute yesterday before they close. You know how they all close early on Friday. But yeah, you guys, just always try to get like employer insurance, because like this government insurance, you know, I think with ACA it's a little different. It helped things a little bit, but it's still, you know. But anyway, I'm so happy because I'll get to see a doctor again, and then I said in my other video what I'm gonna do. I need to talk to them about, and you can see it pretty good right here. I've been like just looking this up online, like see how it's thinning out up here, because I haven't been on my spironolactone in like months. And I remember before when I was seeing an endocrinologist, he was like, it takes like, you know, a month or two for everything to, anything that when you're taking meds for something, like to control something, after like, I think he said a few weeks or a month, it start without having it in your body. Your body just goes back to its previous, how it was doing, what it was doing. So I can't wait to go. I just need to look at, and I want to see what else is going on. Like I want to see what my other numbers are. I'm concerned about diabetes too. Not diabetes also. I mean diabetes 2, number 2. But diabetes it was like a possibility a year ago. My doctor was saying, and I'm gonna try to get that same doctor again, Dr. Hanif in Duarte, because that's who I have for years. And he was really good. Only thing with him is he's one of them doctors that's like, he wants you to go to like specialists for certain things because it's on his scope of specialty. But the pills that I need, I don't need to go to a specialist for it, because he could prescribe it and he understands my whole story, everything. He's just the type that's like, I want to see your numbers, I want to see everything. I don't want to just be giving you the pills because another doctor was giving them to you and you can't get in touch with him or whatever. But I just hope he doesn't say, well, you have to go see an endocrinologist, because anyone who has this situation knows that's where they send us, endocrinologists. And I don't think I need to see him, because I saw him for years, and the pills he was giving me, the metformin and the spironolactone, like, I could get those from a regular general practitioner, you know? So, if I can't see him again, then I gotta find another doctor that I can, like, see, that isn't gonna be World War III with me, you know? Because I don't have time for it. Like, this is my body, and I want to be given, you know, the meds. Because usually if you, like, tell them that you were on these meds previously, they're a little better with you. But if you're just, like, you know, put me on these meds, you know, then they're going to be like, side-eye and all that. But I know first I got to go get blood work and everything then, just to see how everything is. So cross your fingers for me that I don't have diabetes, that I don't have, what's the other thing I was worried about? Oh, high cholesterol again. which I didn't have high cholesterol before. I was on the borderline. The doctor didn't think I needed to be on meds at that time, but because it was like right at the point where you needed like, and he was trying to say my bad cholesterol, which is I guess the LDL or the HDL, was too high or something like that. And that's the one where I think it's based on like I don't know, like eating like baked goods and all that mess. I don't know. I still don't, to this day, don't know. Like all that blood pressure and cholesterol stuff runs in my family, so. But we'll see. And then I hope my blood pressure's good. I'm sure it is. It's been good for years. So I just need to just be looked at and see what's going on. And then I'll be able to just get back to the phase of everything else, you know. But anyway, you guys, I ran this video too long. I just wanted to give you an update. I'm just so happy that my insurance things worked out right now. So I'm just waiting on the card, and then I can go see my doctor again. But I will keep you guys posted on everything. And thanks for watching my videos. And have a good Saturday. All right, bye.